Hi, my name's Anthony. Like my t-shirt? Yeah, I liked it. It's an old one, but a good one. I'm going to read you a couple little poems from this book. It's called Commentators. I put it out just before this whole COVID thing took off. And as you can see there, it's about poems relating to, I wouldn't even call them poems really, just analysis of social media and the media in general. A lot of these were written over a few years. And I put them together in a little collection that were all similar themed. So I'll start with a simple one. So it's I'm recording this on the I think it's the 28th today, 28th of April 2020, and we're all quite united at the moment in this crisis. But it wasn't that long ago we were all at each other's throats in a lot of ways with our differing political opinions and the environment and all sorts of things. And it'll probably go back to that way again eventually. That's just human nature, isn't it? So I've got 4 little poems. Here, I'll read you the first one. It's called Social Media Swashbuckler. Keep yourself immune behind the screen, within the office, far from the outer walls, where the shiny surfaces that the emperor built reflect their new clothes. You too can roost and crow from those lofty heights, while prickly on the outside, the emperor's crown has a soft centre. Make of that what you will. All right, I'll get to the next one. It's called Our Universal Problem. I wrote this last year, 2019. So many people coming from different political opinions. To me, it didn't really matter which side you're on. It seemed like there was a generic thread between all of these arguments, all of these fracturing that we've had over the last 5 to 10 years through the online world. And hopefully I've summed up some of that in this poem here. Our universal problem. The dilemma of our times is not social media or technology, despite its propensity to promote division. The dilemma of our times is not climate change or rising sea levels or diminishing rainforests or shrinking water supply. The dilemma of our times is not the despots of the Middle East or the nut jobs in the West. It's not drone strikes nor nuclear missiles. It's not the evil of man and the suffering of woman, nor one sexual preference over another, or one identification over another. And finally, it's not Islam, nor is it Christianity, over or under atheism, or any other deity. It's simple and pure ideology, clashing against another. It's saying, this is me. I want you to accept me. And in far too many cases, it's also, others should be like me also. The world. For I know the right way. Billions of voices, now and for all time, decrying the same thing. Such is our way, which is why it will go on and on until the end of humanity. Can you honestly say that you're any different? How you approach it is entirely up to you. Yet Can any of us be truly impartial? Isn't that simple philosophy still an ideology? We'll go on, and the dilemmas of tomorrow may be different. No doubt they will be. Yet we'll still be the same. What do you think of that one? Can you relate to that in some way? I think that reaches the heart of a lot of our arguments. You've met those people online who will say anything to please another, and quite often people will compromise their own belief system just to get a few likes, just to be popular. So this one is called Belong and Do No Wrong. If you agree, I'll release my tension. If you put down your arms and at least make the pretense of peace, while everyone agrees, I'll slay my hopes for the greater good, as isn't being part of the crowd more important than exploration? If only more people spoke up about how they really felt, then maybe it would encourage others to do the same thing. Alright, now I'm going to end on a little one called Life Before Now. And it's really interesting that this poem exists. It's the first poem in the little book, actually, because we're certainly at a stage with the whole COVID business that there will be life before COVID and life after it. And things will never be quite the same. A lot of things will rubber band back to how they were. But that question will also be asked in future generations. What was it like? What was COVID like? What was life like before COVID? And I used that, I was sort of asking that question in this poem. Anyway, you'll pick it up as soon as I get into it. Life before now. There will come a time, very soon, when the young will ask, what was life like before phones? Before the internet? Well, you don't miss what you don't know exists. Like the love affair before you had it. Like your life before you were born. I'm sure there will be, and already is, a wealth of information, divisive opinions. It was better then, it was worse. Movies and TV of the past are a good go-to. Documentaries and books. Or will it be like it is now, that no one really gives a shit, other than those who remember the time before, as you don't miss what you don't know, like life before television, before the car, before electricity. Doesn't anyone ever contemplate street lighting by gas lamp? Like everything, it's lost in a generation. And even then, it's contained within the experience of one. Youth only cares about itself. Still, one day, I hope, someone will ask me, and I'll say, it was as good and as bad as now. As human fallibility and folly is the only aspect that never changes. A few other similar themed poems in the book. I hope you enjoyed it. I really don't like talking on camera. This is the first time I've done it. It's only because of the whole locked in situation, and a lot of people are doing it, so I thought I'd give it a go. Why not? At least I have something original to read. Thanks very much for listening, and take care of yourself. Cheers.